Hey, what's up, y'all? What's poppin'? It's D. So apparently we got some update on the T. So Logie has released a video responding to George. So yesterday I reacted to George basically exposing Logan, basically making him out to be this horrible person. And then he also exposed Bobby Lee and said Bobby Lee was fiddling him, okay? And Logan just sat there and didn't say nothing and still put the blame on George for getting fiddled. So now Logan has responded, and people have told me, oh, we need to react to the update because Logan got receipts. So okay, we're gonna check out the receipts. Also, George has responded to this response, so we're gonna watch this, and then we're gonna see what George had to say about this. Ciao. Let's watch.
I had to start my own show because we're not making money on the show, and I'm getting pushed out.
Oh yes, address this.
I can show you my books. I was spending 10 G's a month being on the show.
All right, let's talk about this. Obviously, I wasn't on the podcast to represent myself, so I'd like to clarify.
That does kind of sound a little off though. You was making 5,000, but you was spending 10,000. So where was the other 5,000 coming from? Was you like going in debt? Was you taking out loans? Was you using credit card? I'm confused. And why are you paying $10,000 for the podcast? So when I first heard that, I thought it didn't make much sense, but I was just trying to get through the tea. But I feel like this can easily be disputed.
Things that were said. As well as having his own credit card, all expenses related to the show were paid for, including all travel and lodging. Obviously, George's total reimbursement came out to $20,000.
Oh, between the impulsive credit card and we have all the data backup to support this.
317 cents. I'd love to see any books that show otherwise. Spending $120,000 a year to be on a show is a little confusing.
This is a guy who's sending us screenshots of $11 million a week that he's making.
This statement is so crazy that it's almost laughable. That would mean I'm making $572 million a year. I'm nowhere near that.
I didn't take it that way. Because even me, okay, in this influencer space, you have some weeks and some months that are very, very profitable and others that are not as profitable, and it just kind of balances out. So when I heard that, I was just thinking, okay, he had a really great week. Doesn't mean you're making that every week. Like, for example, my Patreon, I just made a crazy amount of money on Patreon. Like, because of the Kendrick versus Drake diss tracks, but I'm not gonna make that every month. So like this is how this influencer space works. So I didn't take it that way. So for him to try to do this, it's like, bro, maybe the average listener would take it that way, but I didn't.
Happened was Prime had a very successful month. I think we did like 6.
But you are making a lot of money though, so I automatically believe that yes, in one particular month week you could be making 11 million. And yeah, you got fucking Prime. I see this shit everywhere. So I do know you're making in the millions.
These 70 million, and I sent it to our group chat because I was proud of the business. I was stoked to show the boys, and I think George maybe misinterpreted that as like my personal income.
The show hit rock bottom, and we weren't getting paid. I was getting paid $5,000 a month.
But you did make a sizable amount of money on the show.
And by the way, always grateful. I was always grateful.
Like that?
Yeah, I don't like to talk about money.
I know he doesn't want to talk money. I know he believes it out, but George made $317,000 in the 15 months that.
Oh, work. Okay, why he say he made 5 bands? I do want to hear what George is going to say to these receipts, though, because, I mean, I could go on my fucking Microsoft Word, or not Microsoft Word. What was that shit called? I don't use any of these these programs. What's the one called? Oh, I haven't used that in a very long time. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I can go into any program and like type some numbers up. What's that shit called? Excel? Microsoft Excel? Is that even around anymore? I don't know. Anyway, you can go on any type of app or whatever and type up these numbers. But, okay, he was making some decent money. Okay,
He got paid for on Impulsive. The work requirements consisted of about 3 days a month, 3 hours each day, traveling the world, networking, and meeting some of the coolest people.
Damn, you living a life. 3 days a month? Oh, must be nice. I work every day. I'll take a day off every once in a blue moon, but it must be nice.
Well, ever, it comes out to about $2,300 per hour, and he also had 10% equity of the entire show.
Well, not you, not Caleb, not Kevin, not Dylan. Nobody fucking called me when I got fired.
George did not get fired. He quit. I'll touch on that in a second, but after he quit, I called him frequently. I reached out. I wanted to reconcile.
Oh, you? Oh no, these look like some legit receipts. You coming to WrestleMania? Not true and no. Oh, that's what I was told. Not sure. Coming to birthday dinner at least? Nothing. Miss you yesterday, Georgie. Nothing. What's up, gangster? How you living? Good, Bubba. How you doing? Immensely happy and healthy. Just wanted to check in on you. Amazing, bro. Glad to hear that. Thank you. What are these some dry ass responses?
The friendship.
Why is he saying he got fired?
I invited him to my birthday party and WrestleMania and even my ranch a few weeks later.
Oh, you are so corny, my brother.
He chose
We on big
not
ass
to come.
head. Let me know when you have a second to talk to. I want to hop on the horn. Nah, I'm okay.
He also unfollowed all the people he mentioned on Instagram, which is maybe why they didn't call him. I don't know. I can't speak for them, but he still does not follow them to this day.
And then on my birthday, you guys shot 3 episodes, so I couldn't show up.
The 2 episodes he's talking about, not 3, were shot 4 days after George's birthday. His birthday's on January 3rd. We shot those episodes on January 7th. We were already in Vegas signing the UFC to Prime, and as we do, want to capitalize on the location and our use of time and energy and the guests in that city. George didn't come to work because he wanted to spend time with his family for his belated birthday, which I totally understand. We even praised.
One of the things that I love about George, he prioritizes his family and friends over anything.
I got my show going, and then not only was I controlled and pushed around on impulsive,
But that's interesting though. Why would Mike say that he prioritizes his family and friends over anything? But why is he acting this way towards you and being cold towards you if you're the friend?
then Logan's making calls and directing my show. He told me that I couldn't take Celsius.
So this is the big one. Making calls, trying to make it seem like I wanted to control his show is absolutely ridiculous. As you can see right here,
After my disappointment at 3 p.m., want to go see John Wick. Bro, we gotta get you Prime. Don't drink our competitor, you goose. Call me back, ha ha. I'll tell you something, ha ha.
It was like, hey, we gotta get you Prime because I saw him drinking our competitor, and he told me to call him. He was filming my reaction to tell me he took a deal with a competitor. I told him, please don't film. Like, I'd like to talk about this. I hope you're joking, by the way. The truth is, I thought it was a bad look that my best friend and co-host took a brand deal with our competitor without consulting me, asking me, giving us even a chance to match it before he signed the deal. Because the audience that he's building, at least at the time, on his own podcast was being funneled directly from the podcast that I was building with him. I said, hey, dude, I understand you need to make money. The entire text is right here.
Oh, yeah, that's shady, George. Explain yourself. Totally understand you have to do what you have to do, and I support your decision. I respect the fact that you're focusing on your platform. I understand you have to pay the bills. I'm sorry. Impulsive isn't enough for that. Just, if you're making 300 bands a year, pretty much, why wouldn't it be enough? What the fuck is he doing with his money? Just like you're looking out for yourself, I do the same. My business partners and I don't find it appropriate to promote one of our biggest competitors. I'm excited to watch you build your podcast, and when, if the deal is up and you want to come on Impulsive, the invite is open. Wait, wasn't he already on the podcast? Or was this after he got... I'm confused about the timeline of this. Because what do you mean when the deal is up and you want to come on Impulsive? Was he not already on there? The invite is open. I like to talk about how to move forward with this amicably. I said that weird. Amicably on social, because I'm sure we can avoid the lame public back and forth and handle this in a mature way that our 8 years of friendship deserves. We support you and we'll drive to...
I sent him after our conversation because I did
We'll always be friends first. It's just business. I'm excited to see you at WrestleMania and my birthday dinner. I love you, bro. I mean, this is nice.
Understand his position if he needed to make money, but I thought it was also a little odd because he did make $317,000 in 15 months. Regardless, I did tell him I can't have him on Impulsive if he's going to take the deal with the competitor, but if after he makes...
Also, is this not you firing him? I'm confused.
...money, he wants to come back to the podcast, he's more than welcome.
Hey man, where you're at, there's no room for you to grow. They won't let you grow. They will not let you grow.
I mean, that is you basically firing him. So to saying he quit, that's a little dishonest. Because you're basically telling him, look, you can't be on the podcast while you're promoting XYZ. So when this is up and you want to come back, cool, you're welcome to come back. But while you're still promoting this, you cannot work on the show. So, I mean, you kind of did fire him.
I thought saying that...
Or give him an ultimatum, I guess.
Mike was a little crazy. He's growing a lot. He has 2.7 million subscribers.
What did he say?
To the podcast, he's more than welcome.
Hey man, where you're at, there's no room for you to grow. They won't let you grow. They will not let you grow.
I thought saying that to Mike was a little crazy. He's growing a lot. He has 2.7 million subscribers since we met. He's a multimillionaire, a best-selling author. I tried as much as I could to help him get into those positions, and it's not entirely because of me. Mike is a phenom in his own right, and he capitalized on the platform that I gave him, which is awesome. Just like George is doing now. But if that's not growth, like what is? In fact, I think people forget, like, I praise praised George for starting a podcast like a lot.
Georgie started his own podcast. I think it's a great idea. I always love when my co-hosts venture out and do their own things. Congratulations, it's awesome, guys. Check out his podcast.
And also saying they won't let you grow was a little hurtful because I thought at least I helped Mike do some of the things that he did, and I even encouraged him to start his own podcast.
I think you should take a page out of Georgie's book and start a show of your own.
There's no greater feeling than watching people you love succeed. I tried to give people around me a platform, and if they capitalize on it, fantastic. Mike and George did. And George will even tell you this off camera. I encouraged him to pursue media and comedy since 2015. I really believe in the kid, and I still do. There's a lot more. I'm not going to get into it, but this isn't to say, by the way, that I didn't fuck up along the way. I did. I shouldn't.
I think y'all both trifling. That's what I think. I think y'all both are telling half truths, and I don't trust neither one of y'all at this point, to be honest.
Not mocked his beliefs. I apologize for that. I should have stuck up for him with Bobby Lee, and I definitely should have had his back more like a friend. There's a lot of things I would have
Oh, so you agree that Bobby fiddled him? Why you ain't talking more about that?
done differently, but here we are. It saddens me that our story has unfolded this way. I wish
Legally,
him
it's
nothing but
probably
health,
not
wealth,
smart,
happiness, all the success that he wants, and I hope that one day we can sit down and have a relationship and a conversation.
Okay, this
Dang, first of all, happy Mother's Day before I get into this drama because I gotta go take my mom out. I'm having a splendid day today. Second, yo, your TikTok is cute, bro. It's cute. I get it.
Cute.
You're doing your best to show face. Do whatever you need, bro. Like, talk to your team. Do whatever you need. But when you want to be a man, come talk to me like a man. Let's sit down like men and talk about it. Mike did it. Mike's a real man.
He seemed like he tried to talk to you, and you said, no, I'm good.
Yeah, he had the chance to come, sit, talk, show all of his points of views, brother. You could bring camera, you could bring your attorney, bro. Come sit on the couch and talk to me like a man. Let's talk, bro. Because obviously you want to talk. Let's talk.
What? This is a weird response. Okay, George is goofy. He's very goofy for that. You addressed it online. You addressed it publicly. So he then addressed it publicly. He responded publicly. So why are you trying to make it seem like, oh, when you want to talk like a man in person, we can argue that you could have done that instead of going on this podcast and dragging his name. But again, like I said, I feel like they're both telling half truths and they're both, leaving out certain information to try to make themselves look good. I'm sure there's more to the story. I know there's more to the story. But based on what we're seeing, Logan did provide some receipts, okay? And if any of them were fake, I feel like George would have said that. Like, wait, where you get that fake ass info from? I ain't never made 300 bands on your podcast. Like, that's a lot. Like he would have disputed it if he just completely made that up, and he didn't. And I'm having a great day. Everything's great. Like, you being kind of fake there. He just seemed kind of fake to me. But yeah, it's like, why would you lie and say you was only making $5,000 a month? And then you try to make it seem like, oh, I'm paying 10 bands like out of my own pocket. That's how you made it seem. But he showed that, oh, you were reimbursed for all the money that you paid. And it definitely didn't sound like it was $10,000 a month. So yeah, it just seems like a whole bunch of messy nonsense going on. I think they're both goofy though. And I'm tired of looking at both of their faces. So I will not be reacting to any more updates concerning this. That's all I need to see. I mean, I don't keep up with them anyway, so I don't really care what's happening with them. I was just kind of nosy, and y'all told me to react to it, so I was like, hey, all right, cool, we'll check into it. But I'm over it. Hopefully they figure it out. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.